T-Dog really loves her fish fillets. It's her favorite thing from McDonald's.
That is disgusting.
Like, I did not see that coming.
She gets extra tartar sauce and extra cheese. And Ewan's throwing up.
That's so gross. Dude, the extra that's so nasty. Dude, I bet she's a heathen. I bet she wishes she just doesn't do it in front of you. She's like, hey, make this a double fish fillet. Make it like a big.
They have it on the app. We've laughed about it, but there's no way she's getting through a double.
She was like, hey, she was like, haha, that would be silly, right? And she's like, yeah. And that would be really dumb if I ordered that, right? Yeah, I wouldn't
I would never.
And you're like, yeah, that would. What kind of fat ass would do that? Yeah, not me. Removed from cart.
With the show called Body Wrong.
Wearing glasses.
You know what? Always wear your safety glasses if you're given sloppy toppy. That's what we're talking about.
Especially if you're talking about sharp edged peepees. You never know.
You know, what is it like? Needle dick. Oh, since I already cursed, but I just want to go and point out that did Matt reach out to you, Goot, and say how many F-bombs we dropped last week?
No.
Dude, record.
No
low?
way. Without me?
Oh, no. Record low. It was
That's it.
That makes sense.
I think there was 3 said. What was it?
4. We said the F word 4 times. I think it was probably like a 35, 40 minute. But
yeah,
it was still,
40 minutes.
That's not bad. That's not bad. So, pat yourself on the back. That was very impressive.
Good job, dude.
I asked Matt too, and I was like, so out of those 4, I was like, were 3 me? He goes, I think all 4, but I let me double check.
No, I said 1 or 2. I know that.
Okay, so I think it was 3-1. So I'll have to double check. But I was like, I'm an accountable king, so I will admit my flaws. We made it a pretty decent time, I think, even before we dropped an F-bomb. So we're growing. And honestly, the common trait is you, Max. I think you're the reason why we curse so much is because you bring us down with you.
I am a degenerate, and I tend to bring down people around me because I make them degenerates. But you can blame T-Dog because she's a degenerate as well.
So, as you bring her name up, the burning question for the week for both you and I, who had the most bags for the wedding?
Who had the most bags?
You packed, yeah.
Oh, see, okay. Well, here's the thing.
Here we go. We knew it.
So for one, I always way overpack. Like absurd. Like I prepare for if I shit my pants. I'm like, all right, if I shit my pants, I gotta have it'll be a 2-day trip, and I got 4 pairs of underwear. Just you gotta back a pair of underwear for each day. But no, we each brought 1 large. Like, yeah, you have like the small, medium, large bags. We each brought a large bag, and normally we bring the small suitcase to specifically pack like snacks and booze, so we don't look like total degenerates going into the hotel. But we ended up being able to pretty much get everything in my bag, and on top of that, I bought a ton of like diet soda, so that we could just make drinks and mix drinks and shit in the room, and like a 35 pack of water. So we still look like complete degenerates. And we went through a ton of it, but dude, it was a show. It was raining the whole time, literally the whole time, like pouring rain at some point. We're in the mountains, so we basically I felt like I was hanging out with you guys. I got like no service with my phone. We missed the entire wedding ceremony because we could not get a ride from an Uber to the wedding. It was impossible. Oh, there's one. Impossible.
We made it. It was 3 minutes and 27 seconds. That's not bad.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good, actually.
It was you though, but go ahead.
But yeah, so we missed the whole ceremony, and it just kept saying like looking for an Uber, and then one would pop up, and then I go to do it, and then they're like, oh no, and they turn their shit off, So his son had to like drive 20 minutes during the reception. We missed part of the reception pretty much. Like we basically got there for like the second half of the reception, and then like we hung out by a bonfire and drank beers and all hung out. But like we missed a huge chunk of the lane because it was impossible. T-Dog wanted Dunkin' Donuts, and she wanted it for like when we got up in the morning. So she scheduled for them to bring us Dunkin' Donuts, and we woke up to them canceling the order because nobody would go get it.
That's insane.
Like it was damn near impossible to do anything. The service thing really pissed me off. I never want to see that town ever again. That
Well,
place,
yeah, middle of
No.
nowhere. It's the pain I go through. Like no one will deliver out to me, and like the closest thing's like 15 minutes away from me. It's like it's not even worth it. I feel your pain. I'm glad you get to experience that
awful.
reality
I don't know
check.
how you. I don't know how you guys do it. T-Dog was saying that the whole area, she just thought that they were either like zombies or vampires because no one was around. And she kept we kept seeing this giant train go in and out of the town from our hotel room. And she's like, well, there's all the bodies that they're bringing in for the vampires. And then we'd watch it come down. It's like, that's all the dead bodies. It's like coming back. And I'm like,
It's a Stephen King book.
it was awful, dude. Awful.
It's, you know what? That's just daily life. You know, that's around here.
Yeah.
But we progressed. I don't know. Did I tell you guys about like what Walmart could do now in our area? And maybe, good, it might work for you too. They
Too
deliver.
far away. That's too far away.
Dude, same thing. I am 20 miles away from the nearest Walmart.
30 miles. Over 30
Mm.
miles.
Hey, all right, dang, you got me on that one. So we have a Walmart that's, about 20 miles away from us, and never thought it'd be possible. Like Instacart, all that stuff, never would deliver to us. And we looked one time, and we're like, hey, and it says delivery, and I was like, this is BS. There's no way. I typed my address again. Use precise location. Bam. Are you sure? And they're like, yeah. For $10. And I was like, easy
Sign me up.
money. Yep.
Sign me
And I
up.
was like, let's test this. And I was like, even if I lose $10, worth it. Like this is absolutely worth it. And sure enough, this old 80, I mean, she was probably like maybe upper 60s, lower 70s still, in this maroon disabled van. Like this. She came out and she's like, and she just started like using her little walker, and she's like, all right, I'll unload it for you. And I was like, ma'am, no. What? I was like, no, I got this, and grabbed my kids, and we all grabbed the groceries out and everything. But you have the option to tip in there as well. So, of course, gave her a little tip, but also this dick. And
Got her.
She
Was
got
she a
2 tips.
grifter? Was it a show? Was it all a bit?
No. She looked like a normal person. She just, you know what I mean?
I
Like
can
an
see
old
someone
lady.
faking it. Like they bring the delivery and come out with a cane or a walker and be like, "Oh, I can't do this."
No,
Like,
she was very adamant. She's like, no, let me do it. She's like, I do this all the time. She's like, seriously, I got this. And I was like, I can't. No, I don't have good house insurance. Like, you're gonna break a hip. Get the hell back in your car. I almost dropped the F-bomb. Growth, people.
Growth.
Growth. All
I already said it twice, so we're already halfway there.
we don't have to break the record. We just have to improve. Like, what if we went from like 130 to 4? It's a pretty dramatic decrease, I mean, there's, even if we wind up at a 70, I'd still think that's
pretty decent.
yeah.
heck yeah.
And I'm noticing too, I got 2 screens here looking at my big ass forehead, and I got some sun again. I am gonna be a just thin, dark goddess over here. Goddess. Yeah, I'm a woman.
Egyptian.
See? Yeah, that's what I'm gonna be. Like, my skin tone is gonna be
They, them.
That's right. Don't
Yeah.
misgender me. Right now, honestly, I still am probably a she, they right now, because these tits, voluptuous. Okay, so I was talking. I almost need a sports bra whenever I run. But I knocked out 2 miles today. So
Heck
I'm
yeah.
Ooh, good for you, man.
Back to running or walking?
So I did running on. So actually, I walked the first lap because I do my stretching, but I still feel a little pain. Like, not as bad as the shin splints, because I've been using these new running shoes. These, shout out to Brooks.
Okay.
Love your shoes. Fantastic. And then I ran the 3 laps right? So I mean, walking occasionally, but I used to walk like the entire turn or like on the track, like I would do the curve and then I'd run the straights or whatever. So now I can make it an entire lap at a mall walker pace, like a slow little jog, you know what I mean? But faster than, so I would say that would usually, I'm under 3 minutes with a lap like that. When I'm like, heck yeah, let's go, boy. Uh, but, and then I walk sometimes, and then that's like a 4.5 minute, and then I want to shoot myself. But I've been staying around between like 12 and 15-minute miles. That's about where I go. I don't think I'm going to get any faster for a while.
That muscle memory, man.
Yeah.
I hurt my back too because I can't lift. Apparently, I don't know what I'm doing. So I had to go to the chiropractor, and I don't believe in those people at all. I don't think that's like a real thing. You know, I'm skeptical. But this skinny ass woman came up, and I was like, "Woman, I don't think that you can even get me." You know, I was like, "Are you gonna be able to pop my back, and everything?" And she goes, "I'm about to f you up," and I was like, "Holy crap!"
You may enter.
I'm in love. And I was like, thank you, ma'am. May I have another? And she, it was like one of those tables where the little plank like lifts up and they smack you down. And I'm like, this is all a show. Like, this is a magician thing. You're not popping anything. You're just slapping these pieces of wood together. That's what's, you know, that's all theatrics. And the next day, I felt like I was fresh meat out of prison. I couldn't move. I couldn't bend over. I felt like I was violated. And I was like, man, I was like, this lady didn't do crap. And people were telling me, they're like, hey, you know, whenever you go to the chiropractor, you feel it really, really bad the next day. And I was like, oh, for shit? Like, really? Really? Okay. And sure enough, on Friday, I was able to start moving again. So it took like 2 days. So shout out to the chiropractor who absolutely violated me. Can't wait to get hurt again. I will see you soon.
Well, it's a lot of toxins get released in your body, right? From all that, because it's a lot of the shit just like sits there for a while in that position. It's the
In
same
your
thing
body.
when you get it's the same thing when you get like that like deep tissue massage and stuff. Like your body just it's like decaying until you move everything. It's like a rusty pipe that you've moved.
Yes, your body's out of line, so they try to align your body. There's like, holy shit, this is what it feels like, and then it's like back to normal. So like, you brought this up last week. I held back, but like whenever you say chiropractor, I think back to The Simpsons. Like Homer, like had this like trash can, and he just throws your back over top of it, and you instantly healed.
That's honestly, I kind of want to just pretend that I am hurt again, just to have her just. I'm like, oh no, I need you to be more aggressive with me. I didn't know that I'm probably into like a dominatrix, and I didn't even know, but it unlocked a kink in me. I want to be physically assaulted by a masseuse.
Did they have a
Chiropractor.
tropical fish in the lobby?
Dude, there was a fish tank. I'm 100% sure there was a fish tank.
Dude. All right, do me a favor. Do you guys ever watch Family Guy?
I thought I was thinking South Park, the waterfall inside the front entrance.
Yeah, we watched Family Guy, and there was an I don't know what episode it was. It might have been episode 3 or 4 of the new season. We just watched it yesterday.
Okay.
And there are like 7 or 8 in. Like, we're way behind. But there's an episode where they decide it's Stewie, Brian, and Chris decide to open a chiropractic like business because they said it's all a bunch of bullshit. So they name it BS Chiropractic. And they said, okay, you have to have the tropical fish. So they have a tropical fish, and they say it always has to have something wrong with it. So their tropical fish is swimming upside down. And so then they're doing, and they don't know what they're doing. So like they're like, all right, take a deep breath. And when they go to do the crack, they pop a balloon to make it sound like they crack their back. And then eventually Chris ends up like opening a BS chiropractic place right next to it and steals all their clients. You just have to watch it. It's pretty funny. But that, like, as soon as you said that, it just reminded me right into that episode.
When's the last time that you've seen a new Family Guy episode?
It's been some years. I have them on DVD. I think it's up to like I have it to like season 15.
That's better than me because I think I have the DVD sets probably up to like season 6 or 7. So Yeah, I did not make it very far. And South Park too, like easily a decade behind. Like that's I'm
Yeah,
really
new
horrible at
seasons
that.
for everything start soon, man. South Park's July. New Dexter is in July.
Rick and Morty's coming
Resurrection.
out. Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty
Uh,
started Sunday.
yeah.
It
Dude,
was not funny. It was like very like. Did you watch it?
Not yet.
no.
It was very like serious
Okay.
almost. Like it wasn't like it was parts of it were funny, but they like I don't know. They were like it wasn't outlandishly crazy. Like basically, I won't like tell you what happens, but Summer and Morty, I guess we're borrowing Rick's phone charger without asking. So he put them in a matrix to basically like teach them to not steal his shit. And he gets drunk and he falls asleep. So they basically lived like a whole life in the Matrix. So when he's like, he wakes up, he's like, oh shit. And he like lets them out. They're like basically adults because they like went to college and like all this. And Morty couldn't die. So, cause he was in a Matrix. So he fought a war. Like he killed everybody. Like his best friend died. Like all this crazy. He's like a war veteran. Like it was funny. It just was like more on the serious side than like you're used to for like a new Rick and Morty. T Dog loves Rick and Morty.
Same here. The first episodes have always been like out there. The tone is different, but then they kind of like channel it to the whatever arc they're going down, whatever it's episodes. But we actually brought this up like a couple weeks ago in one of our episodes, like the segment, like the Matrix or a segmented like of reality.
I I don't remember the last time I watched Rick and Morty as well. I probably made it through like one or two seasons of it,
Man.
maybe. You guys know me. Granted, I've made it to season 2, episode I think 5 now of Righteous Gemstones.
It's
So
good.
I'm progressing. I love it. I love the humor of it. And everyone's like, dude, they're like, that's the third best movie or not movie series. Like you got to watch like Eastbound and Down, Vice Principals. They're like anything with those guys in it. They're like it's good, but they're like Righteous Gemstones. It's all right, but they're like Eastbound and Down. They believe I would like more. And I've seen clips of it on TikTok of what's his name,
Dan McBride.
Stevie.
Wait, no.
Where he's talking about the fake thing.
Yeah.
The fake thing.
I don't think I've ever seen that either.
Dude, it looks funny. It looks hilarious.
Is it new?
No, it was older. I think it was so Danny McBride had I think that first, then Vice Principals, then
Correct.
Righteous Gemstones. I think was the, and I've seen clips of Vice Principals too. And if you like Goggins, he's a very flamboyant Vice Principal in that series as well, and looks hilarious. I'm ready to see that one as well.
How can you not like Goggins?
Exactly.
Goggins is so good. Like he's
I
outlandishly ridiculous in almost everything that he does.
Except Fat Man. I love him in Fat Man. He's so serious as like an assassin trying to kill Santa Claus. You know, Mel Gibson. I love that movie for Christmas.
I don't think I've seen that.
Fat Man?
Yeah.
You gotta watch it. This Christmas season or Christmas in June. Why not start it then? Let's watch Fat Man.
Fat Man. All right. I'll tell you what I did watch this weekend. I made T Dog watch because it was hilarious. You know how like all of the old Disney IPs lost like their stuff, right? So you had, well, I don't know if Winnie the Pooh was a Disney IP, but it was Winnie the Pooh. There's there's actually 2 horror Winnie the Poohs, but there's been a couple things. The 2 new ones that came out were a Peter Pan, Nightmare in Neverland, and I made T Dog watch Screamboat, which is the Steamboat Willie horror movie that they made, which is the most ridiculous horror movie I have ever seen in my life. Have you seen it, Goot?
Yeah, they took a big shot there.
Ridiculous. Like it is literally a horror movie about a 1930s Mickey Mouse, and he literally looks like if you took Mickey Mouse and mixed him with like a drunk homeless bum and like a rabid animal and put them all together.
He was like 3 feet tall.
she's like, he was 3 feet tall, and like he's just murdering, dude. He murders these 2 girls with a forklift by just driving into their heads with their mouths open. I mean, it was some of the most ridiculous shit.
So Yupin, this is what he's talking about right here. Imagine this thing coming after you.
What in the world?
So awful.
Now show him what Steamboat Willie is supposed to look like.
Okay.
Like from the 40s.
So I remember the black and white cartoon, right?
Yeah. And the whole movie, the premise of the movie is that he was basically trapped in this boat, like in a hatch or something. But he was looking for, I guess, his love, who was, their version of Minnie Mouse, who was like thrown off the boat out to sea. Yeah.
Yeah, it's what you always see when he's whistling, right? And
Yeah.
he's like just
He does that the whole movie. Like he like hums weird songs, like what was the song he hummed, babe?
I thought it was like Christmas songs, or like Happy Birthday.
It was like Happy Birthday, and like just songs that are like very recognizable, and like then he would kill somebody. It was whoever wrote that script and then made the movie. Cheers to you, man. I'll never watch it again. That was ridiculous.
You think they were on acid when they came up with the idea?
Oh, 100%. Well, they had to jump on it, right? Because, like, I don't know how the copyright thing works, Scoot. Like, it's after a certain amount of years, then people can start to make other content based off of it or something.
That doesn't make that. Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me, because if you have a property like that, you can't just. It doesn't make sense to me. I'll look it up.
Yeah, it's ChatGPT. Like, what's the? I heard it's like. Is it like 100 years or 80 years or some crazy shit? And it's like a loophole. And that's why they were able to, you want to get high, Eubin, and watch Winnie the Pooh's horror movie.
Oh, I've seen
Is it
clips of that on TikTok.
It's
so bad, but absolutely hilarious.
Give it a shot. My daughter said that new Marvel movie, Thunderbolts,
New Avengers, whatever they're calling it.
She said it was boo boo. She's like, I didn't understand it. She's like, that was wild.
They got a ton of good reviews.
I want to see, there's a ton of A24 stuff going on there. So it's more visually appealing to the critics, but the people actually go see the movies for pay for it. It's talking about like depression and all the different like anxiety stuff that all the different characters go through. But I do want to see it. I just haven't had time to go see the theaters yet.
So it's wokish?
Not really, but I've heard it's not. It doesn't go that route. Woke. But they try to go down to like the talk about depression, all the different stuff, like just the mental illness, like Century. Like I was so excited to see how they portray him. And I've heard nothing but good things. Like that actor just kills it. With that role.
She didn't follow a lot of the Marvel stuff at all, so she's not a very good judge when it comes to having an opinion on that. But she went on her first date by herself. So that's
by herself.
Yeah, he picked her up and took her to the movies.
Do you see this guy?
Yes.
You talk to him?
Yes.
I have to know. Please tell us the story. I'm very interested, because the first time my daughter goes on a date and the boy comes in the house, I'm the biggest smile on my face. Like, come with me, son. Sit him down.
These are my guns.
No, I'm gonna throw a bullet. But it goes faster after 11 o'clock. Be back in time.
So it's this kid, or this young man. My daughter she was in the 8th grade. These guys started talking to each other like in July last year, right? And I was like, this thing is like a phase. This kid was a junior at the time, and I'm like, go find somebody your age, homie. What are you doing?
That's like 16, 17, right?
He's 17, and she was 13 at the time. That's thank you.
That's pushing
Thank
it.
you.
That's pushing it real hard.
Thank you. So immediately I'm like, no. And the missus is saying, hey, that's actually more normal than you think. And I was like,
Not right
okay.
here, it's not.
And I was like, okay. So, and I mentioned that it was
Midwest thing, maybe.
yeah, I was like, this is not Alabama. Okay. Ding, 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 ding. Boom, boom, boom. I don't. So I was like, that age difference. I'm like, you're okay with? I was like, a 4-year difference. And she's, yeah, that's normal. Okay. So we have a 10-year-old son, and I was like, sweet. Hey, let's go see if there's a freshman that's interested in him. And she's like, that's weird. And I'm like, it's the same damn thing. I was like, what are you talking about? And I was like, it's the same age. She's like, no, women are more mature. They wouldn't try to date a 10-year-old. And I'm like, a grown man shouldn't either. And she's like, he's not a grown man. I was like, he is 17. And I was like, that is an adult. And I was like, his parents have got to be freaking out too. But anyways, so I made a comment that I was like, hey, I would like them to at least be in the same hallway and be high schoolers. I'd be more acceptable. So if they're still interested in each other when she starts high school, absolutely. So her version of starting high school is as soon as 8th grade ended, the last day of school, she is now a freshman. And I was like, no. You have to enroll for your classes and start that freshman year in August. And she looked at me, she's like, you are absolutely crazy, Dad. I'm a freshman now. And I, no. So what do you guys think? Are you a freshman right at the end of your 8th grade during that summer break? Or is it when you enroll?
It's the moment you step, it's day one when you step foot in that door, then you're a freshman.
Your first class, you step into high school, you're a freshman.
First homeroom there, if they still have that. I don't know.
I lost that battle as well. I need to start putting you guys just like, if I'm going to hit that Instagram, just video call button. If you guys know I'm in an argument, I need your guys' support on these arguments.
Give me a heads up. I would have came down there. I almost cursed. I would have came down there. I was like, I'll wear a disguise. I'll be there in the same movie theater. I'll be watching the whole time.
Dude,
That would be hilarious.
I thought about it, like wearing like a disguise and just like creeping in the corner with my popcorn bucket, just watching, just making sure. But this kid is genuinely a really good kid. Still don't approve, but he is a good kid. And you mentioned like scaring him, or doing the whole dad thing whenever you first meet him. So I mean, I definitely set the tone of like, hey, don't mess with me. But this kid he does like circle track racing. So, and it's like sprint cars. He races every weekend. That's what he's really into. He's taken his pilot license, so he flies planes all the time. Dude, right? That's what I'm saying. Like this kid's a badass, and his parents filthy rich.
All right. Well, that changes everything.
So I know. So I was like, that's why I didn't lead off with that. That's why I didn't lead off.
Four's not so bad. It's not.
I would still be suspicious. I would have a full report on all those people, family members, everyone.
So I talked to a lot of people at like our ball games, and and I mentioned, I was like, hey, this kid, and there was finally, everyone always said good things about him, everybody, and finally there was one woman that she goes, oh, him. And the missus, I mean, like the Exorcist, her neck turned quick, and I was like, yes. I'm over there just getting ready to spit on it. I'm like, oh, stroke it at a medium pace. I'm like, oh, I'm ready. And she's like, yeah, that kid, he's kind of an asshole. And I was like, oh, no, really? And she's like, yeah. She's like, he gives me kind of a weird vibe. And I'm like, and I'm just like, I need more. And she's like, I guess I'll kind of leave it at that. She goes, well, maybe I'm just reading him wrong. I'm like, don't pull back now, bitch. I was like, I needed this.
Examples. Where are the examples?
I know. I was like, what specifics? Slow it down. Enunciate. Say it loud and clear. I was like, come on. Nothing.
That doesn't.
What a tease. Oh, I said it. That probably wasn't my first time. But
No.
I think it was. I think we're at 3.
28 minutes.
I won't say it out loud. There's a comparison I can make, but I won't dox them. Nah, I won't do it.
What's the comparison? Come on, man. You got me on the hook.
Burley's daughter, his oldest daughter, is the same age as yours. So I'm curious when he comes back on. This is a good question to ask him.
Oh, he's showing the guns, bro. There's
dude.
no way he's not showing the guns.
He just, he's gonna do like a whole bump right in front of him. He's just gonna be cutting out just a line. He'd be like, "Hey, see this revolver? You want to play Russian roulette?" And he just goes, "Your turn." I imagine that's what he's gonna do.
I pictured him because he's doing the carnivore thing. I pictured him like shirt off with like the Liver King like menu out in front of him, and he's got like a giant chicken leg, and it's like barely cooked, and he's like a rat like gnawing on it. He's like, "You're gonna take my daughter, bitch." That's all I could think. Like the Liver King just came for some reason, just came right into my head.
Well, I didn't even think about him shirtless, but then once you mentioned it, I was like, "That's 100%."
It has.
Like,
It's like a Burt Kreischer type thing. Like it almost has to be that.
He's coming to Kansas City, so near me in December, and I think I'm going to go see Burt. That looks very interesting. And there's actually a concert that you would like, Max, that is so damn cheap here it would blow your mind.
What is it?
Breaking Benjamin, Stained. So Breaking Benjamin's actually headlining it. So you know how we were talking about that one concert where Breaking Benjamin's a little bit nobody. Now they're headlining for Stained. And then there's two other bands. I don't know who they are. I forget. So but tickets are $30 and they're buy one, get one free.
What?
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, dude, it'd almost be worth it if there was a cheap, just Spirit like flight out here. I'm like, dude, come here. I book you a cheap hotel room.
It's this backwater shit, bro. Like where the whole time with T-Dog, I'm like, where am I? What is this shit? How do people live like this? I was literally saying, I'm like, how does Goot and Euban deal with this shit? We're drinking. I need to order food and I can't. Now I gotta drink and drive. You see what you did, world?
Yeah,
You did this.
How does he have all those apps and they deliver to him?
They don't deliver to him. I think he's
I
like
gotta
in
go
their
pick it up.
vicinity. Yeah, he's gotta go pick him up.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, that's why I have the app.
She talks about all your apps all the time.
Dude, she's jealous. Just she's downloading more. She's like, I bet he doesn't have Long John Silver's. Yes, I do, bitch. I just downloaded that one yesterday.
I will tell you this. I did while we were out the hotel, download the McDonald's app because there was one 0.3 miles away and T-Dog really loves her fish fillets. It's her favorite thing from McDonald's.
That's disgusting.
Loves
that
with-
warrants an F word. That is disgusting.
You said that's disgusting.
That took me off guard.
She
For a
gets-
second, I did not see that coming.
She gets extra. What's that?
Tartar sauce.
Extra tartar sauce and extra cheese. And I ordered from the app because they gave you a free Big Mac. You've been throwing up.
That's so gross. Dude, the extra. That's so nasty. Dude, I bet she's a heathen. I bet she wishes she just doesn't do it in front of you. She's like, hey, make this a double fish fillet. Make it like a big.
They have
That's
it
what she
on the
wants.
app. They have it on the app to do a double. And we've laughed about it, but there's no way she's getting through a double.
She was like, hey, she was like, haha, that would be silly, right? And she's like, yeah. And that would be really dumb if I were, right? I would
would never.
That. And you're like, yeah, that would. What kind of fat ass would do that? Yeah, not me. Removed from cart.
Well, here's the thing, right? Like, what sandwiches, like a double cheeseburger? Like, if I say I'm eating a double cheeseburger, you guys wouldn't look at me weird, right? Like, that's like a sandwich. But like, if I said I'm eating a double chicken sandwich, that just doesn't exist really. I mean, you could probably get it, right? But you would still look at me. Why is it acceptable for a cheeseburger,
I want one
but
too.
not a chicken sandwich?
Girth.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but like from a McDonald's, you're not getting much girth from a chicken sandwich. Why isn't it on the menu?
You talking about like a McChicken, or are you talking about like their actual chicken sandwiches, like the big ones?
Yeah, I'm thinking of a McChicken. I'm not thinking of like their like what's their like home style
Yeah.
chicken sandwich that's like double the price. That's probably still the same chicken, just done up differently. You know, it still has lots of plastic in it.
You can get a double McChicken at McDonald's.
Can you?
Yeah. That's the
Ooh.
first thing that popped up. Like apparently that and KFC, they'll honor it if you ask for a double. They'll honor it and do it for you.
You know what I'm saying, though, right? Like, that's
Yeah.
like, why has society shunned double chickens or double filet of
Or
fishes
what about what? Or double.
No,
or double
T-dog.
roast beef and cheddars from Arby's?
oh, hold on. I will never
You got
shame anybody.
You got him back. You got him back.
Okay.
You reeled him
now,
back in a little bit.
I get judged because I don't even do the double. I do the half pound, baby. Give me
Yeah.
the big like they used to
You're
call
getting
it
that. The big Montana.
Yep.
Yes, baby. Yes. Every time I talk about it, everyone's like, "What is the big Montana?" And I was like, "You don't remember that?
You're not
The
my
huge
friend.
one
Go
right
away.
now. It's just called the half pound, and I don't even get the beef and cheddar. I give me that dry roast beef, no sauce. I'm raw dogging this sandwich. They might as well just don't even give me the buns. Just give me the meat in a Ziploc bag, and I'm gonna just eat it.
I tried their pulled pork. That new pulled pork sandwich they got with the spicy barbecue. It's pretty good. It's pretty
We'll
good.
have to venture away from the dry roast beef.
It's the first time I've ever gotten, I think, anything there, like meat wise. I think I've gotten a cheeseburger there before because I don't really eat their roast beef. That's all T-Dog.
You know,
They have cheeseburgers there?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
cheeseburgers actually aren't bad. They're pretty. They're definitely like
Gotta be
better
Angus
than a
meat, right?
standard. Yeah, it's like better than the standard burger. Like it doesn't look like a McDonald's
All their
McDouble. You
meats
know.
are good. That's why they have the meat.
Did you hear that?
She didn't say it right. Like, we have the meats.
We have the meats.
dude, when TikTok first started, Arby's hopped on that. Their advertising's always the freaking best. I love their advertisements. But they were handing out people that were talking great about Arby's and giving them good reviews and stuff. They were handing them these huge swag boxes, and they had sweats, and they were called meat sweats, and they had a meat sweat suit, and just I'm like, and it was just a whole bunch of just roast beef, just dripping. It was sick, but I was always like, man. So I made a couple of those like way back, and I was like, hey, I really love Arby's. Like, look at me go. I wish the 5 for 5 would come back. You cheap f bombs. I bring it back.
100%.
But I did go to Long John Silver's because I'm the only person that probably keeping that place in business. But I got the 3 chicken. I don't even eat the fish there. I like the chicken. The chicken is superb. But I
You're
don't
such
like
a fucking weirdo, bro. The fucking chicken tenders at Dairy Queen. They like you go there for the off the wall random shit and not the actual stuff that the store is known for.
hush puppies. Oh, I love their hush puppies, man. So I hate coleslaw, and so I was like, "Hey, can I substitute the coleslaw for hush puppies?" And he immediately goes, "You know that's 8 hush puppies, right?" And I'm like, "Damn, shit, there's 2 cars behind me, damn, another one." But I was like, "Keep it down," and I was like, and also. I can tell the judgment in your voice. I can hear it. Like, I know what I'm about. And I go, yeah, that's good. And I was like, I think we're okay with it as if there's more people in the vehicle. Just me. I almost wanted to order 2 drinks, but I was like, nah, it's expensive. I was like, I'm committed now.
It's like what's that the Tim what's his face skit that he does with like 500 cheeseburgers, 500 French fries, and he's like speeding around, and the guy's like, what the like freaking out because his bill was like $500 or something.
And I like how, and then that one lady cuts in front of him, and then she starts ordering. He's like, no,
dude, he's ridiculous. He has a new movie too. Did you see the trailer for it? It's a A24 movie. It's a horror comedy where he's like becomes obsessed with the neighbor. Like they just move into some place and he's like a stalker because he has no friends or some crazy shit.
It's Neighbors, right? It's called Neighbors.
Yeah, it might be like Good Neighbor or
Yeah, Good
Neighbors
Neighbor.
or
Yeah.
something like that. You all right, Ewan?
what the hell? I just like flickered. Did you guys see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
went
did.
black for a second. Giggity.
Once you go black, you don't go back.
I was trying to read at the same time, and I was like, I hit something. I pretty much using like a 1999 IBM computer at this point. I'm running Windows XP. I
It's
wish.
called Friendship.
That's
Friendship.
Yeah.
Oh, I see the time too. We are. That went by quick. That was
It
great. I
did.
had something. I had a subject I was going to bring up and completely didn't because that's exactly how I roll every
Same
single
here.
time.
I'll say it for next week.
Yeah, we need to. Yeah, so write yours down too, and then send me a message to remind me as well, and then
You didn't
we
write it
might
down
actually
last
stay on
week.
topic.
I said this pre-show, and you're like, "That's a good topic." I'm like, "I'll say it this week for Max."
See, it's because I hit that blinker before we started too, as the kids say. And that's what you you rip that bad boy until the battery blinks that it's gone too long because it thinks it's like something's wrong. And Goot scared the hell out of me whenever he popped in here, and I was fighting for my life. I looked like a dragon. Looked like
True,
Thomas
all
the
true.
Train, dude. I was still fighting for my life. But we appreciate you guys. Thank you for sticking around with us. We are part of the Beard Law Studio. Be sure to check out Beard Laws and all of our other shows on there. Max, Goot, appreciate your time, guys. You guys have anything?
Damn thing, sir.
No,
All
nothing at
right.
all.
Well, hit us with that outro. Bye-bye.
Love you, boys.
Tony, Matt, Tyson, Goot, you been it wrong, but bringing this show for y'all. They're gonna say what they want and keep it raw with the show called Body Wrong.